Shalom, shalom, Israel. All praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bashim Mashak Yahweh. Khan. Thank y'all for joining us for another Truth
Yeah, I
Tuesday.
can't hear you. I don't want.
Oh, snap. You can't hear me? How long? Y'all can't hear me? Put a 7 in the chat if you can hear me. I'm not on mute.
Okay, Salaki, that was me.
You
That
hear
was
me?
me. I had
Okay,
everything on mute.
Khan. Shalom, Israel. Welcome to another Truth Tuesday, man. All praises to the Most High God and the water to the Most High, the water to y'all brothers and sisters for joining us on this Tuesday night. So, Lakia, for that typo, man, I did not mean to have this class showing like about to broadcast on 9:45. I didn't even catch that until I hopped on here. But I thank y'all for joining us. Y'all go ahead and hop up in here, drop a shalom in the chat, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Lord willing, we got a treat for y'all tonight. We got a brother from the LGBT community, fellow black man that is going to help us understand where they draw the line in morality. Right, Lord willing, he come on here and he can help us understand some things because we have some questions. We've been seeing things over the years coming on the channel rebuking such behavior, and we got to know where we draw the line at, man. Where we draw the line in certain behavior, at certain things, man. Right? If y'all, you soldiers, I already messaged y'all in the chat. If y'all have any questions, send them to me, the brother. Y'all put it in the chat. Please don't be disrespectful. At this point of our lives, in this period of time that we in, we have to show grace. We have to show them the mercy of Christ, and do our best to season our words with salt, being apt to teach, and hopefully compelling His Spirit to get up out of that way.
That's right.
Lord willing. Hey, Lord willing, you don't know what the Lord will do on this channel, man. You know what I mean? The brothers try very hard on Saturday to change the brothers' hearts, man. Right, and we just want to change the people's hearts, man. So the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child can be on top again in rulership. Khan,
not the one. That's right.
All praises to the Most High God. I want to show y'all a video on Instagram that I say, y'all, oh man, I just think it's funny as hell. But before we do that, feast day is coming up. Let me show y'all this calendar. Let me show y'all this flyer. Okay, and boom. If you would like to join Sons of Thunder Israelites for the Feast of Tabernacles, right? The Feast of Tabernacles, if y'all can see that, put it like a 7 in the chat. If y'all would like to join the Sons of Thunder Israelites for the Feast of Tabernacles, come. Go ahead and send us an email at sonsofthunderisraelites@gmail.com. The fees that it will take to join us this year for individuals and couples, $150, and for families, a max of 5. We got $250, right? And if y'all can see right here in this fine print, it's a special pricing for select YouTube members and VIP exclusive Patreon members. Hey, we gotta hook y'all up, man. We have to hook y'all up because y'all hook us up all the time. If y'all can see that flyer, give me a 7 in the chat. If y'all can see this flyer, get a 7 in the chat. But this is what, this is the pricing for the, you say it's a little blurry. Lord. All right, we're going to do it like that.
That's good right there. I don't want to see it.
Please join us as we celebrate 5 years as an organization, Feast of Tabernacles, man.
All praise to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High. Special pricing. Oh, snap. Special pricing for, hold on, let me see if I can. Dang, bro, like, how can I zoom it in? Let's see. Hold on. There we go. Special pricing for select YouTube members and VIP exclusive Patreon members. Join us, please. RSVP at SonsofThunderIsraelites@gmail.com, man. Feast of Tabernacles. All praise to the Most High. You can go ahead and put the video in that background, Baba Kasha.
Okay, let me get it real quick. I don't want.
You good. Meantime, I'm gonna log into Instagram real fast and play this video. Now I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
Guys in the background, I don't. Whenever you're ready.
All right, so listen. I'm selecting.
Call your family, call your friends. It's time to play the game, The Truth of Yah. Learning the Bible has never been more engaging. The game that's guaranteed to increase your biblical knowledge, renew minds, and save lives. Grab your Bible and don't forget your Apocrypha. Loads of fun for everyone. The Truth of Yah board game helps build up the poor in spirit, build character, gain wisdom, show what you know or find out what you didn't know. Gain confidence. Line upon line, precept upon precept, make the Truth of Yah a part of your home today. Come on, what are you waiting for? Join the fun today.
Con, all praise to the Most High, man. That's our sponsor, the Truth of Yah board game, man. If y'all would like to, get the product, very beneficial product in this truth, man. Very fun, edifies you and your family.
Right.
If y'all would like to get that, we had an affiliate link down below. Y'all can click on and use that, man. www.thetruthofyah.com. All praises to the Most High. Without further ado, let's get into. Oh, let me shout y'all out in the jump. I'm gonna shout out all the members, man. Shout out to Soldier Aquaria. Shout out to Soldier Zakawar. Makazawath, Abadathia, Latoya Stern, Daya Yasha'ala, Azan, Yazabad, Soldier Tazaria, Enrique Ventura, and I believe that's it, man. Hey, y'all members, make sure y'all email Sons of Thunder when y'all RSVPing and let us know in the either the description of the email. Let us know somehow that you're a member of the YouTube. Same for those exclusive Patreon members as well. Y'all type that in the chat as well, that y'all a Patreon member and that y'all at that tier that's required. And then, Lord willing, or like the elder has said in the flyer, y'all get a special price, man. Y'all get a special price. I get discounted. But all praise to the Most High God, man. Lord willing, hey, if the brother decide to join us, we have a guest that was supposed to come on the channel to come talk about where they draw the line as the LGBT community. Before now, what I can do is this. I can show y'all a couple videos to what we need some explaining of, man. To be honest. Right? Go ahead and say something for me, y'all, real quick.
Yeah, kind of, this is a good lesson that the other ones bringing now. It's good to reach out to our people that are living that lifestyle. A lot of people might say, stay away from them, don't deal with them. But like, yeah, how wish I told us to go feed the sheep.
That's right.
And even though the brothers and sisters are living that lifestyle or in that kind of wickedness, as we would call it, they don't know that's wickedness. So it's our job to teach them what is the correct way and to hear them out. Sometimes we as like they say, don't judge me. We're not judging you. We're trying to correct you so you could become part and a child of the Most High.
That's right.
It's very important that we have these kind of dialogues.
I can't even get an IG on her. No problem. No problem. Before I play this video, I'm gonna do a disclaimer and a viewer discretion disclaimer as well, man. Viewer discretion. Hold on, let me do this. Without further ado, man, a viewer discretion is advised. This is insane.
Children to drag will result in more kids doing drag. Do you think exposing children to drag will result in more kids doing drag eventually?
I think so. And I hope so.
Oh shit. An event called Dragging Kids to Pride sparked the outrage and protests in North Dallas, Texas. The event, hosted by the Mr. Nightclub, featured a drag queen dancing in front of families and taking tips from kids. I hope y'all heard that, bro. That nigga said. That nigga said he hoped this encouraged more kids to do drag. That's crazy as hell. Hold on, son. Let me turn off this music, bro. All right. That's it on that. That's it on that.
People get the point. The people get the point.
As y'all can see, this man is dancing, and kids is handing him dollar bills. If y'all seen that, put a 7 in the chat, man. If y'all seen that, put a 7 in the chat, cause I couldn't have that on the channel for any longer, man. It's outrageous. Was that Jake? Was it the first person that wasn't it a little girl?
Kind of the one.
So Jake is bringing, because it's a whole bunch of Edomites in there, right? But Jake got their kids in Mister's nightclub passing out dollar bills to drag queens as they dance. This right here, this behavior is why there has to be somebody to speak for this. This behavior is called, because I should not feel like I'm tripping to say that that's wrong. This whole society is built off making this movement feel comfortable. They like to say they get the LGBT community feels like they have a lot of backlash and a lot of hatred, but I feel like people are breaking their backs to cater to this community and cater to this movement, right? Because you got nightclubs and media presses talking about this and promoting this. You got State Farm and Amazon teaming up with Gender Cool. It's something called the Gender Cool Project. We'll get into it a little later, man. Y'all got people teaming up, big name companies teaming up with this movement, pushing commercials and making it and normalizing this behavior. Right?
That's right.
And it has to be somebody to draw a line in this behavior, showing whether it's good or whether it be evil. Because y'all are all, and I believe everybody that's in this channel, that's on this class right now, they have a moral compass, right? They have something to tell them the difference between right and wrong. Give me that. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 24. 2nd Ezra 7 and 24.
There's a book of 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 24. But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants. In his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works.
This is. Read it from the top again.
Kind of one. But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants. In his statutes have they not been and his statutes have they not been faithful.
This and right here is jump up to 21.
Verse 21. For God has given straight commandment.
What did the Lord give?
For God has given straight commandment.
This is crazy. Because we all have a moral compass that we abide by, being children of the Most High. The Lord hath given us straight commandment. straight rules and straight regulations. Right? Hold on, let me see if I can get this in another translation. The Lord gave it can't get more plain than that. Read it from the top again.
Got another one. Verse
Uh-huh.
21. For
Yeah.
God has given straight commandments to such as came.
Right?
Get the GNT. I don't want me to get there real quick.
The GNT good. I'm gonna share the screen too.
Got another one. Yeah, GNT don't be having it in order. Let me see where second Ezra is.
Tell them back in order.
They don't have it in our order. Okay, that's the Maccabees. The book of second Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 21. You got it out of one?
God. You see it?
God has given clear commandments to everyone coming into this world,
Read.
telling them that they should do to obtain life and to avoid punishment.
So he gave our people what they should do to take hold of life and what they should do to avoid punishment. That's what the Lord gave you. He gave you a moral compass. The Lord gave, go 2 Ezra 7 and 7.
Come second Ezra chapter 7 and verse
Spirit.
7.
Hey, Ezra is telling y'all straight up what the Lord has did for you. Read that.
But the entrance to it is narrow and
Right.
steep. Well, read the TGV out of one or continue the GNT?
No, you can't. You can. I mean, no, you can read. You can read in the King James version.
Con.
Start at verse
6. No.
Yeah, do verse 6.
The book of second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 6. There is also another thing, a city builded and set upon a broad field,
Right.
and is full of all good things.
Right.
The entrance thereof is narrow.
So that what it was talking about was the kingdom of heaven. The entrance to it is very narrow. So there's a road that you walk on to go into this narrow entrance. Read.
And it's set in a dangerous place to fall.
Right.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left hand a deep water.
So there's fire on the right hand and on the left is deep water. So this is the entrance that is set on. This is the kingdom of heaven that we're talking about. There's rules and there's regulation. There's a way to walk that you get the kingdom of heaven. There's a way to walk that you receive the reward of your hand. And there's a way to not receive the work of your hand. No matter what your moral compass is, whether you believe in the Bible, you believe what I just said. Whether you believe in heaven or hell, whether you believe in any, you believe what I just said. There's ways to get you good and there's ways to get you bad. Give me the book of Galatians 6 and 7. No matter what your moral compass is, you feel what I'm talking about, whether it came from the Bible or not. Because all I know, everybody believe in karma, right? Read what you got, King.
This is the book of Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Be not deceived. God is not mocked.
Right?
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So
whatsoever a man sow, that is what he's going to reap. Right? So we got to understand and ask ourselves, what is this community sowing when they send kids into a nightclub, you know, and I'm saying a nightclub, but that's what its purpose was. That building is a nightclub, but it's in the daytime. They in the daytime at this nightclub, drag queens is dancing provocatively, and kids are tipping them dollar bills. What are we teaching them? That's like me, a heterosexual male, taking my son up to Magic City. The women dancing, and my son is tipping them bread, $1 bills. They will look at me and say, nah, The Rock. Nah.
You'll
They
get
will
locked
look
up.
at me as a so-called black man and say, no. You're wrong. But where is that same energy for the LGBT? Where is the line drawn for them? Somebody got to answer that. I think the brother's not coming on, guys. I think he's not coming on, bro. Go ahead and say something real fast, y'all. Baba Kasha.
Yeah, kind of, you know, it's very important what the I don't want to say, because where is the line going to be drawn at? You know, this is being pushed on us so bad that, like I was telling the other one earlier, at our jobs, at our place of work, our place of unemployment, we cannot be talking sexual. We talk sexual. Guess what? Somebody says, "Hey, this guy was talking about this kind of positions or whatever you want to call it." Guess what? We're getting reported, and we might get fired, and that might be a stain on our record for talking provocative, for talking negative, and talking disgusting like that. Let's just say, in our job site. Let's say me and Captain Durag are talking about whatever we did over the weekend if we were, of course, in the world. We might get fired and be brought up to the office and the HRs and get on us. But these people could do it everywhere and anywhere. They could basically walk around almost naked, and they're always the victims. If you tell them, "Hey, don't be doing that. Hey, watch out, my kid's with me." I got a story for you guys. Back when I really started working at this company, I had a supervisor, and he told me this. He's like, "Man, I almost got kicked out of a Disneyland this weekend." I'm like, "Why is that?" And he's all like, and he was an Edomite boss, by the way. And I'm like, "Why is that?" He's like, "Cause man, I was at Disneyland ride, and we are waiting online, and these two sodomites, men, they were kissing." And I told him, "Hey man, don't be doing that." Of course he cussed. "Don't be doing that in front of my kid, man. Come on." He's like, "I don't care if you were a woman and a man, don't be doing that in front of my kid. My kid's only 4 years old." He told me like this. He told me my government name. He's like, "As soon as I said this, 5 minutes later, the security guards came and told me, if you say anything to them again, we will kick your whole family out." They are more important than that little kid. That little young kid, who cares about that young kid? They are more important. So where is the line going to be drawn at? That's what we're asking. Who's more important? Don't we say the children of the future? To what extent? Can I yell out of one? You got anything? Bring it out, Marty.
Look. So one of the things that I believe, right? We're just gonna bring it out. And to the brother, if the brother decides to get on with it, he's gonna get on. But we're just gonna bring it out, right? Now, one of the things I want to ask or talk about is basically, is homosexuality moral, right? And one of the definitions of morality is if it's unconsciously. So for it to be moral, it has to be unconscious. And so you can deem something immoral or moral, whether it's unconscious or conscious, or whether it is harming someone or yourself, or it's not harming someone or something else. So depending on the concoction of those two things will determine whether something is moral or immoral. Right? Let me get a 7 in chat if y'all understand. If not, I can help y'all with something. Right? Let me get a 7 in the chat if y'all understand this. So what determines morality is if something is conscious or unconscious, or if it affects you or people, or harms people or you, or it doesn't harm people or you. Right?
That's right.
Some of y'all understand this. Is homosexuality conscious? So hold on. Let's give an example, right? Let's say Amaria let's say we was at the Feast of Tabernacles, right? And Amaria sleepwalks, right? He sleepwalks and he knocks somebody. Dang, my elbows are ashy. He sleepwalks and he take the cooler of food and he carry it into the river and it's floating. Was what he did it harm the people? Some will argue. What y'all say in the chat? How y'all deem that? How judges thou? Does it harm the people? Does it affect the people? If Omariah took the food that was in the cooler and put it in the river, and it's floating and it's gone, did that affect the people? That's real. Oh, look at.
Just like it, this conversation is so important because, man, as the day progresses, as we get deeper into this way of living per se, way of living, the way life's continuing on, this is getting heavier and heavier, and it's pushed on all of us more and more. Where our backs almost against the wall. If you say anything, you do anything, guess what? Like we gotta watch even the words we say on this channel to protect our channel. Of course,
That's real.
That feeds so many sheep. That's all. When I say something, you almost catch me, you know, trying to pick the correct words so I don't offend nobody. Because so-called, what does the First Amendment say? Freedom of speech, right? We can say whatever we want. Lots of the when it comes to us, so-called straight people, let me say like that, we better watch every word we say because they're watching us on a literal microscope, and especially being a Hebrew Israelite and knowing that we teach the Bible according to what the Most High says, and we go to the laws. So when we go to the laws, we're going to show you what the Most High says. That lifestyle you're living is not the correct way, sister. It's not the correct way, brother. You know, it's very important because hey, you're going to have this conversation. I mean, hopefully, I pray nobody had this conversation with their family members, but you never know. You never know.
You never know. Now, look right here. What Warrior Michael Allah is saying is very true. It's a very true statement. Morality is principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong, or good and bad behavior. Right. So now you have this situation of Omariah putting the food. Did it affect? Now, how you determine whether the situation was right or wrong, or good or bad behavior, is based off those things. If it was a conscious or unconscious behavior, if it affected people, if it didn't. Now, was Omariah conscious of what he was doing? What he did, like y'all saying, what he did, it affected people negatively. Right? Right. It affected the people. It affects the people. But was it a conscious behavior? Was it conscious? Did he do that consciously? In the scenario, he was sleepwalking. He didn't do it consciously. Right. One can argue or one can debate that he wasn't wrong for what he did. Right? Mm. Now, bringing that back to the field of the LGBT community is what they're doing conscious. Like a murderer is consciously harming people. That's why you can say it's bad. This is for a person that don't got the Bible. The Bible say don't murder. You see what I'm saying? Mm. The Bible say don't steal, don't kill. You see what I'm saying? Right. But now, what about the homosexuality, the homosexual community, or the transgenders? Is when their drag queens go to our children and read as registered sex offenders, is what they're doing immoral. Is it conscious? Yes. Does it harm other people? Does it harm them? We can argue that both of those things are yes. Mm-hmm. But we can deem that this right here is either wrong. We can deem that this is wrong behavior. Outside, like we got the Bible. The Bible says that you don't do that. Don't cut off your privy members. That's one. The Bible says don't. Matter of fact, bring that out. Matter of fact, give me we're gonna show y'all in the scriptures, right?
That's Deuteronomy.
Con. That's Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy.
23.
Yeah, Con.
Okay, read that.
Con, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, and verse 1. he that is wounded in the stones, or hath his privy members cut off,
right?
shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
So this right here, the congregation of the Lord is mad important. People don't understand that. Me and the Levite Asha Allah was just talking about it. You gotta come to the congregation of the Lord to keep Passover. You gotta come to the congregation of the Lord to keep the Day of Atonement. If you can't come to the Day of Atonement, you're sinning. According to the Bible, you're sinning, and you should be put to death.
Right.
I mean, not for that. You're cut off for the people, but the wages of sin is death. Please forgive me. Right? But y'all are choosing to have your members cut off. According to the Bible, hey, that's immoral. The Lord said, don't do that. Right? Give me the book of Leviticus 20 and 13. Like this is our code right here. This is what we are. This is how we determine what's right and what's wrong. Read that when you got it.
This book of Leviticus 20 and verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
If a man also lie with mankind, as he lies with the woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
So if you lie with a man like you lie with a woman, you've committed an abomination. Read.
They shall surely be put to death.
According to the Bible, you should surely be put to death. Go to Romans 1. I believe verse 23.
Count another one.
Read that.
Bring it up, Mari.
God, it's the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 24. Where God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves.
Hey, Salaki, can you start that at we gotta get some context on that one. Paul breaks it down so good. Start at verse 22, King.
22, God.
Hold on, break it down another one.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 1, starting at verse 22. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
Mm-hmm.
And changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man.
Go ahead.
And to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts.
Hey, the Lord made y'all perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The Lord made y'all as a creation and it called it good. Right? Made y'all perfect, but y'all are changing yourselves into y'all's likings. Like the Creator had a fault in him. Right? Read on.
God.
Therefore, God gave them what?
Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness.
Read.
Through the lust of their own hearts.
So the Lord gave y'all up to an uncleanness.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Through your unclean hearts, man. Read on.
Come. To dishonor their own bodies.
To do what?
To dishonor their own bodies.
What's dishonoring your body is cutting off your members. Mm-hmm. Y'all were all brought up to me earlier that it's some of them people, some of those transgenders that are actually repenting of that thing. Like they mad that they did that to themselves.
Right.
They don't like that they did that. They realize they messed up in their head. It's a lot of people don't understand that what you're doing is vile. What you're doing is against nature. What you're doing is dishonoring your body. So when you dishonor your body like that, when you go against God's commandments, he do what is called curse you. Now I'm gonna bring up this article. But according to this article, black men are 6 times susceptible to HIV than white men. These are homosexual men. So 44% of the black gay community has HIV.
Mm.
But in the statistics, they say they having more protected sex. They doing the right things. They not having as many partners. But you still 6 times as susceptible to that vile disease because you're dishonoring yourself. You are God. Give me the book of Amos chapter 3:3, Yara. You know what I want. You only have I known. Amos chapter 3:1.
The book of Amos chapter 3 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
What?
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So you only have I known of all the families of the earth, read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So you're good. You're the one that's going to get punished for the iniquities, man. The Lord is striking the so-called black community so hard, black and Hispanic community so damn hard. It's because we're the children of God. We were given that way that Second Ezra 4:7-21 was talking about, the ways to avoid punishment. But because we went in those ways, guess what we received? We received punishment from the Lord. It's something we got to realize as a community. Keep reading in Romans.
Verse
24, to dishonor their own bodies.
To dishonor their own bodies between themselves,
mm-hmm.
who change the truth of God into a lie.
And some of y'all is professed Christians who changed the truth of God into a lie. Read.
Hey, Salaki,
go ahead.
A point on that too. Who changed the truth of God into a lie? We understand, when you come into the truth, when you ever understand the scriptures, when the Bible speaks on the truth, that's the law. The law is the truth, according to Psalms 119, 142. These people in this lifestyle change the truth, what the law of God has already said, into a lie, because now you have people that will twist what it says in Deuteronomy, what it says in Leviticus about man sleeping with man, and say that don't even mean that, and say that means man sleeping with like child or something like that. Have you ever heard that before?
Wait, what is that?
Like they take, I forget what this group of people is called, but their understanding of the scripture where the law tells you not to lie with mankind as you will with a woman, they interpret that to mean that's not actually saying a man lying with a man, but a man lying with a child. They changed the law of God into a lie.
I've never heard of those people. I don't know what they call, but I know it's people that do that.
Yeah. I bet.
Yeah.
But continuing on though, and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator, who was blessed forever. Amen.
Read on.
God, for this cause, God gave them up to vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use.
What did they women do?
Slaki, for this cause, God gave them up to vile affections.
Read.
For even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature.
A woman nature is to be with a man. Genesis. Mm-hmm. A man will leave father and mother and join himself and be one flesh with his wife. That's the natural use right there. But y'all women the women burning their lives too and left the natural use of being a mother, of bearing children, to being with another woman. It's against nature because you don't see that in nature. You don't see homosexual animals in nature. You only see gay animals in captivity.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's learned behavior because they there in that captivity, man. But out in the open, out in the wild, nature show you how it is, right? When you try to put two magnets on you put positive, and negative, it repel because it's not natural. When you're doing this action, it's not natural. So guess what? Look what happened to your community. Y'all thought I was lying. Data collects from black and white men who have sex with men in Atlanta, Georgia, show an HIV prevalence of 43% among black men who have sex with men compared to 13% among white men who have sex with men. This is via the National Institute of Health.gov. Hey man, the stats is right there.
All right.
Y'all are getting smitten with the Lord gave you up to your own vile affections and so the Lord smit you, man.
That's right.
The women going in, the women are going into their own lust as well and being smitten, man, because their whole lifestyle is not. It's against nature, right? Read.
God. Verse 27.
Yeah.
And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another. Men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was me.
Right. The recompense of your error, which is these diseases.
Mm-hmm.
It's something called, and I'm not even gonna do it, but it's a term called anal fistures, right? The elder will tell you he's seen one of these little trucks out in the A, and they was, passing out condoms and giving tests and stuff like that, and they was spreading awareness. But he said, why don't you tell them about their lifestyle? Like, this is not right, because the woman exclaimed to them and told them that they would get anal fistures or micro tears in their behind because of this lifestyle. That's not natural.
Right.
That's not natural at all. For you to have micro tears in your anus, man, that's not cool. But you'll be led to believe by this society that it's right. But it's not. According to the Bible, according to our moral compass, it's telling us that it's wrong, but we're seeing the effects of it. Right? Oh, it's lucky. Hey, brother, we'll be praying for you, King.
Oh, yeah, Con.
And so, like, if I can make a point, I want the brother to read real quick. Read 27 again, Baba Kasha. I want to make a point real quick.
Okay.
God's book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burning their lust one toward another.
Salakia. That's a heavy point right there. It says, burn in their lust one toward another. Don't we call Babylon the Great, which is so-called United States, Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Spiritually. It says, burn in their lust. The word Sodom literally means burning. That's what we call somebody sodomite, because they're burning in their lust. That's what the word literally means. Look it up I was looking it up right next to make sure I was correct, but it's H5467. It's a Hebrew word and it means burning. That's what it means when we call somebody a sodomite, because they're burning in their lust. Paul's teaching exactly what Genesis was saying. Because they're burning in their lust. And this is and these scriptures that we're bringing out right now in Romans chapter 1, starting at verse 22, verse 21. They're important to know, because you're gonna be asked this question by the so-called Egyptologists and the so-called atheist scoffers. They're gonna ask you this question: so did God create homosexuality? And this right here is how you answer it. Are you with that? When I had to make that point real quick.
Okay. Did y'all hear that video playing in the background?
I don't want.
Nah.
Okay. All right, good. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something else. All right, look at this, bro. Oh yeah, fair use. Just like fair use. For educational purposes, man. You like it's big.
Blacks don't mess around. We different from 90.
Cuddy gang.
By the name Stephanie Woolst, 52, of Toronto, says he realized he was transgender rather than simply a crossdresser at age 46, and split from his wife, Maria, after she told her husband to stop being trans or leave. Now, Stephanie lives with friends who he calls his adoptive mommy and daddy as a 6-year-old girl, dressed.
This nigga's 52.
Yo.
He determined when he just decided one day he was gonna be transgender.
Hey, it's like I don't want. When I see them, when I see people like this, I don't want. You know what I see them as people just failed in life, and they're looking for any door now, because all the doors that they should have opened, instead of staying in one of those doors, they closed. So now this is like the last door they got open.
Right.
Comes this, and everybody accepts me no matter what. That's what it's like. It just anyway. Continue. I don't want.
Hey, this is crazy. He left his wife. She told him not to do that. He said, "No, I'm gonna do it." Moved in with his friends that accepted him and enabled him, and it's all right. And he became their child. So now, not only is he transgender, not only do he identify as a woman, a girl, he identifies 6 years old. So what's stopping this 6-year-old girl from liking other 6-year-old actual boys? Let me say it like that. What's stopping him? What is he gonna say? Like when we encounter, I want the soldiers and the brothers to do the work to speak up. When we encounter brothers from the LGBT community, what's usually their justifications for their lifestyle? Like let me see if I can give an example. They like to, one of the things they like to say is, "Hey, I was born this way." They like to say that.
No,
they like to say, I can love who I want to love. Right? How? So now what's stopping? Because a regular homosexual black man that likes other black men, they can say that I just love men, and I was born this way, and you can't judge me, and you can't tell me what I'm doing is wrong. So can he use that same justification when he decides to talk to other 6-year-old boys? I gotta let that sit, because what y'all doing in the schools, and I'm gonna show y'all this real fast. This is what they're doing in the schools, because this man identifies 6 years old, and this is the reason why I'm making this argument right here. This is why I'm making this argument right here. That man identified at 6 years old.
Right.
There's something called the Gender Cool Project, and they're making literature. They're making literature for the ages of 5 and up. Can y'all see this? Where's my share jet?
Yeah, I don't want.
Okay, let me see. And I'm gonna just type. I'm gonna do a fresh link. I'm gonna do a fresh link.
Man, somebody having a party out in ATL. I can hear it.
Slack at all. What happened?
Somebody having a party out in ATL. I can hear it.
Oh, Slack, let me call mute.
So this is the gender cool movement. We're gonna show y'all something. This is what. Okay, bam, boom. Gender cool. Remember, I told y'all they teaming up with State Farm. They teaming up with Amazon, big companies, and more to do this. So what y'all want to see? Hold on. Oh, y'all can't see it yet. Boom. Let's go to Who Are We? This is Who Are We? Gender cool, bro. Our story, leadership. Let's do our story, bro. Let's not do that. What do we do? That's easier.
Hey, shout out to Sister Latoya. That's right.
What she said?
So I can identify as a ghost and stop paying bills. That's right.
You say I can't. Hey, it's just in the spirit, man. She's in the spirit.
That's right.
Okay. Maybe I should go. I'm looking for okay, bam. Gender Cool is a youth-led movement bringing positive change to the world. The champions are helping replace misinformed opinions with positive experiences, meeting transgender and non-binary youths who are thriving. This is their purpose. They're getting transgender, non-binary youths to go talk at seminars where, they talking to people and everybody is woo, 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 cheering them on for their walk. Bang, bang, bang. What we offer. They offer, a dynamic, thought-provoking, and entirely fun speaking engagement. Where, they consulting, public engagement. Bam. So basically, they're informing. They're giving true information, quote unquote, to the misinformities of the world. So the world is basically misinforming people about this movement, non-binary, and that would probably be us that's misinforming. They would probably feel like we misinforming, but they giving this information to inform about this lifestyle being non-binary or transgender. They're giving these a partnership with About Kids, a book about transgender cool champions have authored 3 groundbreaking books to clarify and positively to the national conversation about who we are, not what we are. Basically being what they identify themselves as. But this book is from the age of 5 and up. So State Farm and Amazon is teaming up with these people right here to give LGBTQ plus information and education to 5-year-olds, to 6-year-olds, to 7-year-olds, basically informing them of this lifestyle at 5 and 6 years old. And they will ask me, DeRock, what is the problem with this? Which is in educating them. It's something about this lifestyle that people don't want to understand. This whole movement is about who a person wants to have sexual intercourse with. Whether they're homosexual, that means I'm a man and I would like to have sex with other men. I'm a lesbian. I'm a woman, a feminine woman, and I would like to have sex with other feminine women. I'm a dyke. They are a woman, a masculine woman that want to have sex with other women. That's the lifestyle. This lifestyle is who I would like to have sex with. That's what they want to do. What reproductive organs I want to have. Either I want to be I don't even want to get graphic with that though. Whatever parts I want to put it on me. Why are we teaching 5-year-olds this though? I didn't learn about health until I was 12, bro.
Right.
Me too. I
didn't learn about the reproductive and safe sex until I was 12. Why are we doing this with 5-year-olds? Why is a 5-year-old telling us who they want to have sex with?
Mm-hmm.
This is why when I look at this white man that identifies himself as a 6-year-old little girl, I'm appalled. Because now we have this whole community that want to give education of sexuality to other 6-year-olds. So now this 6-year-old, with the same justification as a regular homosexual, this 6-year-old girl can go to a 6-year-old boy and rape him, man. And tell him this is okay. Because I'm 6 too. I'm 6 as well. So now you've convinced another 6-year-old that this man right here, who was already told to be 50, him engaging in such actions is normal. He can use the same justification as a regular homosexual. Why can't he?
Slocky.
This is why we need somebody from that community over here to tell us where they draw the damn line. Where is the line to tell me, in your point of view, that this thing is wrong? Where the line at? I can't see it, man. I need to damn know where the line at. Go ahead, Mario.
Now, Con, I'm going off that point that when you allow this for the man to leave his family to identify as a 6-year-old transgender girl, right, and it's accepted and protected, there's no line that can be drawn, because you're gonna let him into the schools, you're gonna let him into elementary schools, you're gonna let him go on play dates with other little boys, 6-year-old boys and girls. You see what I'm saying? And because you've already accepted the fact that he identifies as this, so there's no stopping point at it. Now he could go all the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with this lifestyle. That's the problem when you just want to be invited and accepting to everything. And when we speak out against it, it's wrong. It'd be wrong if we told him, that grown man, not to go into the bathroom with our 6-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? We'd be considered we speaking hate.
Right.
You see, because there's no line drawn with this type of lifestyle, man. There's no type of line drawn. And these are the same people, like it just read in Romans 1, 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. And then you read on down, a lot of these people are, I think somebody said it too when you had first put up this story. This man got acceptance from his lifestyle like this. Like somebody told him this was okay. You know, he found people that was okay and accepting of this. People do the same thing when it comes to the church. They heap to themselves pastors that give you a good message that God don't mind. I don't have nothing to say about the LGBT community because who am I? Maybe God should have made it a third option, man, woman, and a third option. You see what I'm saying? With Pastor Mike Todd, you got people that's going to run and heap to those teachers so that way they can continue on this lifestyle, man. Nobody told him this is wrong, and I believe that. Maybe a person, but I'm pretty sure for the most part, this man right here, people was telling him that this is okay, this is normal. You felt like this, you were born like this, and boom, that's then there's no stopping point. I yield though.
Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6. Proverbs 22 and 6. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go into. What did it say?
Salaki, you said 22 and 6?
Yeah, Baba Kashar.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it.
What did the Bible say?
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it.
Hey, this is what they're trying to train up our children to go in their way, right? But what we have to do as people that believe in morality is direct your children into the right path.
Right.
Direct your children into the right path. And when they're older, they will not leave it. What will they not leave? The right path. Now, what if you train your child up in wickedness? Guess what they won't leave? The wicked path. The Lord will give them up like Romans 1 said, give them up to a reprobate mind, to where they feel their feelings, they feeling like they justify. But that same justification can get them hurt. The same thing that you identified as moral can get them hurt. They're giving 5-year-olds literature to determine their sex. Let me show you something. Let me see. Watch this, y'all. I don't know if y'all familiar with the brain, but the part of the brain that's responsible for decision making is the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus. And please forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. This is the part of the brain that's responsible for decision making. This part of the brain only develops in the mid-20s, early to mid-20s. Why is this important? They're letting 12-year-olds dictate whether or not they want to have a rod or not. They're letting 12-year-olds dictate whether or not they want to have sex with a man or a woman. Why are they letting 12-year-olds dictate this when a 12-year-old cannot drive? A 12-year-old cannot drink. A 12-year-old cannot vote because they are not trusted to handle these situations. Why? Because their brain has not developed yet. The Bible has these types of restrictions. In the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 27. Let me show y'all something. This is why this is important. Early to mid-20s, y'all remember that? That's when your brain finished developing. Give me that in the book of Luke. Luke chapter 1 and 27. And y'all all give me Mark chapter 10 and verse 7.
Come out of one.
God, it's the book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 27.
Uh-huh.
A virgin espoused to a man.
A what?
A virgin espoused to a man.
So a virgin espoused to a man. When you go into the Hebrew, you look up that word virgin. One of the definitions that you get is a marriageable maiden.
Right.
This means there's a certain age in which a maiden can marry in. And according to the Bible, sex is marriage. Right? So it's a certain age where a woman can have sex. Give me Mark chapter 10.
Comes the book of Mark chapter 10 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife.
Right? So according to the Bible, there's a classification called man, right? Let's see when a man is Salakia, please forgive me. The words are escaping me right now. When a boy is considered a man, right? Hold on, let me find it.
I feel like I know what you want to. I think you want.
Yeah, it's in numbers.
Numbers.
Yeah. Numbers 1 and 3.
Yep. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 3. From 20 years old and upward.
From when?
From 20 years old and upward.
So a man is considered 20 years up and older. That's how you know he's ready to go to war. So guess what? A woman of marriageable age will be 20 years old or older. So you got a man and a wife joining together to become one flesh. Not two babies. Not a little boy and a little girl. Not a grown-ass man that identifies a little girl and a boy. The Bible got order. That's why when I looked at the thing, it was so powerful to me that your decision making, the part of your brain that's responsible for decision making is early 20s to mid 20s, and we see that you can go to war and marry when you're in your mid 20s. I mean, when you're in your early 20s. That's what the Lord said.
Mm-hmm.
So that when the Lord designed you, He designed you perfect. He didn't design a 5-year-old to handle such great and weighty matters. He didn't design a 12-year-old to handle such great and weighty matters. Bro, you know what niggas was doing when they was 12, bro? Niggas was taking cinnamon, putting it on a spoon, a mountain of cinnamon, and putting it in their mouth and swallowing it, and about to die. Niggas was taking, at 12, niggas was taking bottles and putting their lips in it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And sucking in, and sucking in, and then pulling their mouth out, and their lips was this big, bro. That's what niggas was doing at 12. Niggas was taking pictures like this at 12 years old.
Salakia, at 12 years old, they be in class and they'll do that odd thing where they put you feel me?
Niggas at 12.
Hey, that was you 12-year-olds, not me. I'm a little different.
Y'all remember that?
I was riding my bike at 12.
Y'all remember California Knockout?
Y'all
remember that, bro?
You
hold your breath.
Oh, no.
You hold your breath for I forgot how long. And then somebody come and push on your chest after. And you knocked out. You literally get knocked out.
Yeah.
And so you fall out. Bro, I was in 4th grade.
Damn.
Somebody did that.
Mm-hmm.
And the nigga was on top of the bleachers. Like when the bleachers get pushed all the way in, you can go up at the very top of the bleachers. And you mad high.
Mm-hmm.
The nigga did it on the top of the bleachers and fell down. They had to call the hospital. They got the damn EMT. The ambulance came, and they had to take him to the hospital. He was good, but that's the decisions you make when you 12. That's the type of shit you do when you 12 years old.
Right.
Your mind, you don't have the mental capacity to handle decisions. Like now, I would never do that. I would never play bloody knuckles with a person, bro. Like, right. Why am I doing that? Why?
That's right.
It's decisions that you make when you're 12. A lot of us can look at decisions we make when we're 12, mostly all of the decisions we make when we're 12, and say, what the hell was I thinking? If you don't, go on Facebook. Go on Facebook. I was 12. And I had a Facebook.
Yeah.
If y'all got me on Facebook, don't look at my pictures. I'm telling you, I regret every one I took.
Man, I gotta see them now.
Nah, chill out, man. I'm like, what was I thinking? But you cannot tell me that a 12-year-old growing up, Zaya Wade, that nigga D Wade, son, when he looked back at his life, and he damn 6'5", full beard, a genetic athlete, and he looking down at his years, and he just he's not gonna regret what he's doing.
That's sad.
Magic Johnson's son don't have nights where he sit down and it's nobody around him, and he think about what the hell he did to himself. But y'all are egging it on. Y'all are egging on little children to make these decisions while they're young, because y'all understand that the mind is moldable at this time. You have the parents, either you have society teaching them that it's normal for a negative and a positive to come together. That's why your phone is made like this, because it make a charge. It produces something. Give me Matthew chapter 5. All right, it produces something. You can't tell me that y'all don't know and y'all are not planning how strategic y'all come in these schools with drag queens to teach the normality of this. Because I know back when I was young, if I seen that drag queen, I would be scared. It would be like looking at damn Chuck E. Cheese. We were screaming and running away from Chuck E. Cheese. But now we got kids running up to drag queens and giving them dollar bills.
You're right.
This world is crazy. If I was a kid, me and my cousins would be cutting up looking at a drag, man. We would be cutting up, screaming.
That's right.
Screaming. Because what is that? Because I've never seen something like that. I've never seen it got hair like a girl, but it's in the face, it looked like a dude, but he dressed like a girl. That's unnatural to a child to conceive in his mind. To rationalize is the word that I wanted to use. It's hard for them to rationalize it. But if we go into the schools when they're 5, K5, kindergarten, we moving in with drag queens that's got dresses on, but their legs is wide open, and my kid is on the ground, crisscross applesauce, listening to him read them damn Bernstein Bears. Then when the child grows up, oh, this is normal. I know what that is. It's insane, man.
God, that's right. I don't want. And I don't want. So like, and it's too late. It's too late for them trying to teach kids that. You know, they shouldn't be trying to teach kids that the way life is going, the way the prices of everything is going up. Life is moving so fast. We nobody should have time to even try to teach kids any of that kind of wickedness. Like we gotta teach these kids how to save their money, how to take care of their finances,
Right.
how to take care of their health. Most importantly, we got this is the country with the most obesity. Why can't we teach that to these young kids? Hey, take care of your health. These are kind of simple exercises to do. These are kind of foods you could buy to help your reproductive system. As we we start getting more diseases, that is not important. Change the way you look. Change your body. Go down to TJ and get a damn BBL, young boy. Hey, go to the damn supplement store and get some nice vitamins. If you can't eat all the vegetables and fruits you can, we should be teaching them how to stay, living good physically, spiritually, most importantly, because that's our biggest goal as Israelites, to teach our people how to live more spiritually according to the way our King Yahushua lived. It's just so wicked and insane the way they try to teach them. No, if you're a boy, you could be whatever you want to be, and you got these damn grown men in their damn 60s. I feel bad for their parents, man. Like you got your parents in their 80s, and they gotta be taking care of you because you identify as a little young girl. Yo, if this isn't Babylon the Great, I don't know what is.
I don't know what is, man. And you're not safe because you could, like, everybody, like, Roblox is for kids, bro. But you got grown people on Roblox, like,
right.
Not safe. It's nowhere safe for our kids. The school not safe because they haven't registered sex offenders at the schools, man. It's not. This place is not safe. Give me Matthew 3 and
remember a while back. I don't want to. I forgot who put it in the chat, but even that show that kids like. Remember that Gracie's Corner?
Oh yeah, Gracie's Corner. Goddamn Big Frida on it. Big Frida. If those who don't know, Big Frida is known for gay people and women to twerk to that. He'll drag that nigga music. That I'm not even gonna do it, bro. That nigga make music for twerking, for dancing provocatively. Now he on Gracie's Corner. Why is he on there with my kid? Why my kid watching Big Frida and Gracie dance?
Right.
He not for children. Like, come on, bro. That's like having a dang on. I'm not even gonna do that, bro. That's just crazy, bro. It's insane what the world is doing. Like, give me Revelation, y'all. Give me Revelation 17:3. I mean 18:3.
Yeah.
18:3. Before we get Matthew, give me Revelation 18:3.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 3.
For
all nations have drunken of wine. For all nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Hey, the fornication means unlawful sex acts. Fornication means idolatry and fornication against the Lord. Spiritual and physical fornication. What we're talking about is physical fornication, man. And all people have drunk of the wine, meaning they're indoctrinated by their teachings. Now, everybody feel like this is normal. And then if they don't like the lifestyle, they going to play the passive role. Oh, it don't affect me. No, it do. Your kid about to go to school and they about to come in and indoctrinate your kid, bro.
That's right.
Now your 5-year-old is saying 6-year-old, 7. Talking about they confused. No, you shouldn't be. Why are you confused? You shouldn't even be thinking about this. Be a kid. When I was in K5, bro, I did not care about who I wanted to have sex with. You know what I was caring about in K5? Drawing a dinosaur. Coloring inside the lines. That's what I was worried about when I was 5. Having my crayon not go outside the line when I'm coloring. That's what I was worried about. And then the girls, we wouldn't even worried about the women and being with them. We was worried about being in competition with the girls to see who can color in the lines the best. The boy team or the girl team. That was back in the times where girls had what they call cooties.
Exactly.
We wasn't thinking about who he's having sex with, bro.
No.
We were seeing whose shoes was the cleanest. Who had and it wasn't the J's. It was the whose shoes lit up.
Yeah.
And whose shoes had the character on it that we like.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Yo, it was a time like that you speaking on Adawan where we cared about who was the fastest. If you was the fastest kid in class, you was the coolest kid. Like that's it. And like you said, the girls versus the boys. Like you had the guy, out of the boys, you had the fastest for the boys, the fastest for the girls. Like that was on our mind at that age. Not who we laying with, or you know what I'm saying, these alternative lifestyles and these pronouns. Nah, we was worried about who, like you said, coloring. And who was the fastest in the class, man? You was the coolest person if you was the fastest.
Man, your prayer said the cheese touch, man. This was worried about cheese touch, man. Kickball, bro. Who the best at kickball? Foursquare, man. Tag. We was flipping. We was trying to learn how to flip, like do backflips. That was like in third grade. We was learning how to do backflips. The boys would get together. We would do no hands, give each other boosts and shit. Now they trying to figure out, because this whole world is just moving towards sexuality so fast. Like girls is losing their virginity now in 8th grade. You see what I'm saying? Because this world is being sexualized. Who are they looking at? They looking at damn Sexy Red. They looking at damn Sukihana, man. They looking at these women that's glorifying being overly sexual. And now they in 8th grade. Now you in 8th grade, your brain barely developed and your body is barely developed, but you trying to figure out how to get your breasts to perk up so bro can notice you. You in 8th grade, bro. You 13, you 12. But the world got us realizing, like thinking so perversely. And so now we're falling into fornication. And everybody's feeling like it's normal, but it's not, though. It's not. Then they trying to convince our children to be in a way that's not productive. Like a man and a man cannot reproduce at all. A woman and a woman cannot reproduce at all. Let's get John the Baptist. Matthew 3 and 10. Matthew 3 and 10. You got it, Amaria?
Starkey, yeah, I'm right here. Matthew 3 and 10?
Yeah.
Right here. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 3 and verse 10.
Yeah, and y'all all get 2nd Ezra 5 and 9.
Other one.
Go ahead.
Book of Matthew, chapter 3 and verse 10. And now also the ox is laid unto the root of the trees. Oh, my Saki, I said the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Therefore,
read up verse 9. Yeah, read up verse 9. Read verse 9.
Matthew chapter 3 and verse 9. And think not to say within yourselves, we have Abraham to our father. For I say unto you that God is able of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham.
Right, read on.
Verse 10. And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewed down and cast into the fire.
So if you don't, even the tree that Yahweh cursed, right? The fig tree that didn't produce any fruit. He cursed it, man. This tree that's not producing fruit, this is hewn down. So you're not producing no fruit. You're not giving children. The Lord is going to throw you away. That's one of the first commandments given to man, bro. Be fruitful and multiply. But through your ways and through your action, through you being indoctrinated by the world, man, the Lord is going to hewn you, get you out of the way. Read that in 2nd Ezra.
5 and 7, that one you said?
5 and 9.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And salt water shall be found in the sweet.
Read.
And all friends shall destroy one another.
Uh-huh.
Then shall wit hide itself.
This shall wit hide. It's going to be a time where common sense is going to hide itself. The thing is, you can't make a line. The line, when people say draw a line, that means you have to have a boundary. That boundary is sense. That boundary is practicality. You cannot have a line or a boundary when you're already in the LGBT community. If you're a homosexual, you cannot point a finger at bestiality. You can't point a finger and call pedophilia wrong. You can't. You can't even point a finger and say being a murderer is wrong. You can't. Because the same excuse that you're using, they're going to use. You can't judge me. Nobody's perfect. I was born this way. I can love who I want. I can love who I want. I'm free to love who I want. They can say that. What are you going to say? That's morally wrong? It's common sense. No! You can't say it's common sense for a man to not, because you're not using that common sense, bro. The compass that they try to use is it's a person's mind, but it's a person's mind that justifies something. Give me the book of Ecclesiastes 7 and 19.
Gotta bring that 29 also out of one.
Oh, that's what I want. 29. 7 and 29.
Man, I don't want y'all will all give us that precept on Friday, and I've been thinking about it all week. There's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 29.
Uh-huh.
Lo, this only have I found, that God has made a man upright, but they have sought out many inventions.
But he did what?
But they have sought out many inventions.
Oh, snap. It's a lot. God made man upright, but he sought out many inventions, meaning different philosophies, different ways that's contrary to the Lord. Different way. Hey, the Lord said, if you try to find another way up, you a thief and a robber. All right. Look at this. Read this right here.
What you got, one?
I got the same verse. Is this in the NLT?
Gone.
Okay.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 29 in the NLT, you said, right?
Yeah.
But I did find this. God created people to be virtuous.
Uh-huh.
But they have each turned to follow their own downward path.
So they choose in their own way. That's the thing. Like a person is made to be upright. They made to follow the sense that the Lord gave them, but they're choosing their own way. That's where people step out of line. That's where people get hurt. That's when people start to die. Because they chose their own way. Go ahead, King.
And most people understand that what they're doing is wickedness. But another thing that happens is that you got people like the Christian church, other so-called ideologies that give them the okay. It's the same thing, I guess, we tell the people that love eating swine, hey, stop eating that. But somebody's telling me it's okay. So they're judging, see what's right and what's wrong. Well, these people have a larger audience. These people have this kind of following. I'm going to believe these kind of people. That's why I'm going to continue to be a sodomite. I'm going to continue to eat pork. A sinner, see, somebody that's sinning is always going to look for the avenue to continue sinning. And if they can find the avenue, especially somebody uplifting them, hey, what you're doing is right, what you're doing is okay. They're going to continue doing that. Us Israelites, there's only a few of us. Yeah, people might see us on YouTube everywhere, on social medias, on Clubhouse, but it's really only a little bit of us. We're really a small group. Even though there's so many camps that are huge, but we're a small group. The ones time people stay in sin, they're way larger. And that's who we're fighting against. Are you with that one?
Man. There's really, wit is going to hide itself, meaning you're not going to be able to make a boundary. And that's the times we're living in today, where sense is going to hide itself. You're not going to be able to make a boundary on what's right and wrong because y'all are allowing everything. A man can identify as a woman, so can a 35-year-old man identify as a 6-year-old girl, or a 52-year-old man can identify as a 6-year-old girl.
You got them Moab over there. Moab spent $20,000 on a damn suit because he identifies as a damn dog.
You see what I'm saying? That nigga said, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about. That nigga said, and always physical and mental, I am a wolf. Bro, that nigga said he was a wolf. You can't tell him nothing. If you are a homosexual, you cannot tell him nothing. Even if you're a homosexual that disagree with all those other lifestyles, you've been made a hypocrite. You cannot tell them that their mindset is wrong. But the Lord gave us a mouth that cannot be gainsaid nor resisted. He gave us a way of life. He gave us ways in which we should go. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, we're going to follow that. Khan,
another one.
That's right.
That concludes the lesson, man. I thank all y'all for joining us. Let's do this right here, man. Let's go to this right here. Tabernacles, man. Brothers and sisters that's interested in joining Sons of Thunder Israelites for Tabernacles, man. September 29th to October 2nd. Hold on. Boom. Please join us at the celebration 5 years of an organization. $150 for individual and couples, $250 for families, max party of 5. Special pricing for select YouTube members and VIP and exclusive Patreon members, right? So just make sure y'all clarify if y'all fall under these two categories right here. Classify that into the description of the email. But if you would like to join Sons of Thunder Israelites on September 29th through August 2nd, please RSVP us, right? So we can accommodate you and do a head count, man. All praises to the Most High God. A message from our sponsor.
Call your family, call your friends. It's time to play the game, The Truth of Yah. Learning the Bible has never been more engaging. The game that's guaranteed to increase your biblical knowledge, renew minds, and save lives. Grab your Bible and don't forget your Apocrypha. Loads of fun for everyone. The Truth of Yah board game helps build up the poor in spirit, build character, gain wisdom, show what you know or find out what you didn't know. Gain confidence. Line upon line, precept upon precept, make the Truth of Yah a part of your home today. Come on, what are you waiting for? Join the fun today.
All praises to the Most High God. All right. Lastly, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Shema Mashak Yahweh. Right. We love you, family. Y'all have a blessed week. Please join us for the rest of our classes on the channel. The Conversation for the Nation on Wednesday.
Thursday, I don't want.
Okay. Conversation of the Nation on Wednesday.
Thursday, I don't want.
Wait, didn't I say? Okay, God. Conversation for the Nation on Thursday. Our Friday night class. And bar for bar on Saturday morning, man.
That's right.
All right. We love y'all, family. Shalom.
Shalom, family.
Shalom.